welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. Um, yeah, today is Ash Wednesday, as you can see. It is a day of penance and fasting and, uh, getting up dressed and going to church and all sorts of other, that sort of thing. And as such, penance and fasting and all that, I'm a little wonky because fasting, but I am still here, still saying hi, and welcome on in. So, fasting prayer. Oh yes, so come on in. There's the world of Greyhawk. It is Greyhawk Day. We're doing Greyhawk stuff. So let's go and do Greyhawk stuff. Hi, my name is Lee. Um, cool. I feel like the usual disclaimer not when it stops mattering. It starts mattering less and less the more tea, but there's that. I wonder if I think there's usually an exception for meds. I should probably take those, but that's not worry about that just yet. Um, yeah. Yeah, meds are always exempt. What we're doing is, um, we're we're doing thingamabob. The thing we're doing is going to, um, the what's it? Um, I'm yes, I am going to here. Oh, right. So Greyhawk. So Greyhawk is fun. And we are doing Greyhawk Day because it's Wednesday, and we're still doing Greyhawk even though it's Wednesday. Just because it's Wednesday, even though it's Ash Wednesday, we're still doing Greyhawk because it's still Wednesday. Right. Uh, so that's as you can see, Greyhawk Online. Which is the lovely site. Now we go to Greyhawk Wiki. And Great Library of Greyhawk. Yay. Well, notification is that. Oh, yeah. There was something that let me do that I cannot. Oh, let me see change history, certain histories of changes made. Um, and let me do that in a way I couldn't before, which I didn't realize I couldn't because I never tried to. Yes, Kate gave me extra permissions because I've been editing for so long, which is very cool. Let me do two things. First, do the hi, we're editing the Greyhawk. Yay. Okay. Um, there's that. Now, um, Greyhawk time. Um, exciting stuff. Balta, what was that thingy? Yeah, no. Stupid. Oh, right. So, I am getting very distracted. I'm supposed to be going to the Greyhawk. This is what happens when I don't, do the focus, water. Right. So, Greyhawk Online, live streams. Oh, Alcantar's live. Alright, we'll stream into her. Oh, no, yesterday, never mind. I missed it. Okay. Um, Basically, uh, we were working on North Kingdom, if I recall correctly, and we're still going through settlements. Um, um, Yay, okay. So there's that. And then there's the fun thing about writing Twitch links, typing out Twitch links. Nope, not that one. Um, is that if you spell Twitch wrong, it will still link to Twitch, but it will not link to your thing. Okay, so the first beginning of the stream ad starts in like 9, okay, 10, soon. It's just about starting. Perfect timing. Okay, because I have to do a bio break, get my meds, and then we will do our thing, and then we will start on that. Sounding good, everyone? Let me do this, and I will be back. Okay. All right, let's do it. I'm back. Hi, welcome on in. Uh, come to our stream. It's Ash Wednesday. I'm fasting and a little bit out of it. We are good. And we're doing this, and we are doing so. There's that. Welcome on in. Um, so I was just about, because it's the first thingy, I was just about to work on downloads. Um, uh, hmm, um, what is it going to, I guess, Even the Undying. I think I have like 4 copies on my computer. Um, just because I forgot I had it and then we grabbed it. Okay. We're doing North Province. Yes. Voila. Let's. Okay, North Province. Lay of the land. Thanks. Threats to security. Um. Um. All right. That's East Fair, and we definitely will be. Oh, you subbed again. Hi. Um. Cool beans. Yay. Okay. So 19 months. That's pretty cool. Um, if any of you have Prime for other purposes, you can leverage it for one Twitch subscription. Now, granted, there are a lot of streamers who could use the stubs, and I would not presume to say you should sub to me. I would appreciate it though if you did. That's all. What else? And bits and other fun stuff. Anyway, point being, doing the fun stuffs. Okay. City. Yes. So that is the Easter does not have an undercity. Um, they managed without sewers. Okay. Bilebrine we did. Chokestone we talked about. Darnagal we were working on. And then Edgefield. Um, yes, we did pretty well with Edge. Okay, so Edgefield is. Let's see if we can do. Sorry, I am. I gotta keep focused on. Um, Edgefield. Let's see. Did we do anything with Edge? Have we done anything with Edgefield yet? If not, then field. No. There we go. Um. oh. Milebrine. Field Edge. Um. Inspa. Um. Okay, so. Oh, how did we get a hype train? Wait, how did we start a hype train with? Thank you for the bits, by the way. We start a hype train with. Oh, because it was a sub and then bits. Don't worry about the hype train. I've never, I don't. Unless you really, really want the emojis, we're not a hype train. But that's kind of cool. Um. uh, So, um, other fun fact. This weekend, is it this weekend or is it? Let me double check some things. I think this weekend is the weekend of the fundraiser, which I was trying to poke around and see when it was this year because I'm out of the loop. And apparently, so it is this weekend. Yeah. So apparently, I accidentally put the weekend of the Greyhawk St. Jude's fundraiser. I decided I was going to do my Rogue Trader stream during that. So I think I'm still going to do it. But I will share the fundraiser link during that stream. So, and uh, I'm not gonna, offer up any rewards other than saying you should all go donate to the fundraiser because St. Jude's is a good cause, and I don't want to distract from that too much. But also, that's the only day I can get all my players. That's the funny thing about scheduling. So, and I promised I'd share Phantom's link specifically. Uh, which I will dig up for later. But yes, um, we are. That's all that. Okay, so that's for later this weekend. But for now, we looks like we don't have a page on Edgefield, but it is yes, we don't have a page on Edgefield. What's this yeah, okay, a field. These are edges and fields, and some of them are actually edge fields, two of which I created. Okay, so let us go back here. We are going to go with edge page time. Edge field, which is let's see, what is edge field? It's actually quite a bit. There's quite a bit on that. Let's start with what. Go from there. Okay, let's see. Edgefield. Large settlement with some 16,000 people and 4,000 humanoid soldiers. That's orcs and such. The city and the long swath of land bordering the Adri Forest are run by Prince Hastern of Neelix. House Neelix. Is one of the few North Province nobles turned into an animus by Ivid. Okay. The Overking felt relatively confident of the support of Grenell and thus concentrated on rulers elsewhere. Big mistake, because they are going to secede. But he made an exception for a cousin who he believed always had been less than fully subservient. Has the hatred of Ivid which most animuses have, and he plans to strengthen his already powerful army and ally with Grenell to march on Roxas. His human soldiers are terrified of him. Astern makes a point of regularly drilling and inspecting them and using their command and other powers to showy effects. His command and other powers to showy effects to ensure their servility. Thus, they do not rebel against having to fight alongside humanoids. Mixed of humanoid voices, majority are Eros, orcs from the Bone March, but he also keeps about 500 orcs from the Adri, who he keeps separated from the Eros, an elite squad of forest bugbears. His ogre battalion mans the ballistas and trebuchet defenses of the walled city, and armors make chain leggings and breastplates for them, so they have an AC of 3, which is pretty good. Placing them in such highly visible locations does wonders for keeping the ordinary folk of the city scared. Astern rules by fear. It's a lesson he learned quickly as a Neelix prince. More wealthy than most princes, when the Bone Marsh was overrun, many fled here from Gnurl, imposed a special tax on their belongings. Also, Edgefield has traditionally been a place where Edri bandits fleeing toward the Edri from Imperial soldiers. Erdi bandits fleeing from the Adri forest from Imperial soldiers have been taken. For the city boasts a great jail and virtually impregnable stone walls and many magical wards and barriers. Such bandits often carried fair sum of gold or gems with them, which you can then confiscate. Avoid paying too much of his wealth to Grenell by the simple expedient of paying tithes instead. Those take the form of wood, slaves, and gold from the Adri, taken in the raids. His powerful soldiers mount from the city and a string of outlying militia camps, which the orc camp Gerkadink is the most important. Alright. He's a slaver. Fun. I'm gonna... There. That's gonna help me, and probably help you guys see better. Because that makes it easier to read. So, okay, so we got Edgefield. We got Hastern of Edgefield, and his being kind of a not-so-nice guy. He's an Alex Prince, which, I mean, it figures. Yes. So they're raiding the Adri Forest. Two border disputes of note. Exact southern border of his lands is challenged by both Prince Sturchan of Dustbridge and Countess Ishnel of Rikerstone. Since the Countess is generally seen as a liegewoman of Prince Montard of Delaric, who is powerful and dangerous, these are troubling disputes. Is that he who holds the disputed lands is the winner in such conflicts. He does not bother with diplomacy or treaties. However, rather than allowing his own soldiers bearing his heraldry and insignia to enter the disputed lands, he allows orcs to maraud there off duty. Ooh. And this means that along the central southeastern fringe of Adri, most of the fighting takes place between Erdi factions and orcs rather than Erdi. Adri is in the forest. Sorry, I'm mixing those up. Erdi factions and orcs rather than Adri, the Adri being subject to any attacks. This is one of the merciful zone of respite for the forest folk, allowing them to concentrate on their defenses and on the more dangerous northern and western fringes of the forest. Edgefield is high rulership level, but the lands around have medium or to poor rulership. Okay. These lands mainly orc encampments are low, while those with human soldiers posted in small villages and settlements are medium. No few human troops outside Edgefield are drifting away to the Highlander castles seeking employment as mercenaries or in the service of Baron General Shellister, who is one of the ones he's... No, that's Prince Daichan. Nope. Baron General. Renowned for his pursuit of such defectors, however, only a trickle of men escape this way. Okay, so a lot of his people are defecting to this Baron General, but he is hard on defectors. Has mercenaries in his service, including even renegades from the bandit kingdoms with knowledge of forest and woodland banditry, and around the Felreeve, Fostwood, and Netherwood. Okay. City itself mainly been of Audrey wood with some Blamuse stone for richer buildings. Hang on. The city walls are made of that stone, with the town gates bearing huge bronzewood shields. It actually has heraldry. So the heraldry section of most of the articles has been empty because there's very little information about heraldry in this book in particular. I know Anna does a lot of work with heraldry, and there are other sources, but this book doesn't particularly have much. But this one specifies the heraldry. Let's see. Prince Hastern's personal heraldry is a red griffin rampant on a green background. A few resident mages conduct their research at an exceptional dominatorium with glass steel cupola used for astrological studies. Okay, so they have a cool, like, I can't even say it. Um, so Rostana's House of Pleasure. Ooh. A vaguely hemispherical building was built in the shape of a Galda fruit by a very eccentric mage who placed many strange enchantments within. Visitors are greeted by talking doors reciting services available, and banquets are served by the constructs of unique design. For example, roast beefs are carved up by the very platters they are placed upon. Ooh, self-carving beef platters. Visitors should beware of the couches here, for they are capable of tickling those reclining on them as expertly as any courtesan. Sorry, I can't help think but of our own vice president. Sorry, less pleasant are the forbidding city jail and tall, narrow cathedral of Hexter that loom behind the great rusted iron railings as sharp as spears. These buildings stand within a separate walled-off central city area, which also houses Hastern and his personal bodyguard in a 4-story keep. Special feature of this walled-off maze garden currently... A special feature is a walled-off maze garden currently being completed for Hastern. Thick thorny hedges form the maze walls, and the maze is filled with hangman trees, camp fults, and like terrors, in addition to distance distortions and other confusing magics. People who displease Hastern are thrown into this maze. He watches their struggles with the specially crafted crystal ball while he sits in a flower bower which magically hovers above them. Wow. Sometimes plant monsters escape by night and attack city folk, though now that the outer walls are almost fully enchanted with barrier spells, this hazard should be less onerous. Wow. I see. So the Galda fruit is a common fruit, and they we will make this building shaped like this fruit, and then make it like this palette, like a pleasure dome, which this eccentric mage was like, I want a pleasure dome shaped like a fruit, and everyone was like, okay. And instead of doing a banana, which is I guess the traditional, they did a Galda fruit. So, which means that Galda should be able to be, if I mention I'll put it in the cityscape section. They have this little house, and we'll put a link to Galda. Okay, so it's the secret torture maze, and has many notable inhabitants. The most dangerous, perhaps, is Flandar Reshelfer. Oh, Preceptor of Midnight Darkness. His profile below details his interesting concerns. Beware this man. Okay, it's got a Preceptor of Midnight Darkness. Yeah, okay. Um, alright, let's do it. So, that's Edgefield. So now that we've done the reading, alright, and the meds are kicking in, we are going to go and we're going to make a page about it. Now, we might not be able to finish the page today, but we're going to start it. So, let's do it. Um, oof. It's Edin time. And it's a terrible slogan. Okay. So, now, we go to Great Library Greyhawk. We go to our, here. We go here, and we go, sorry. Let's see. Um, wanted pages, information, special thanks. We need to go to is improved. Hang on. New article of this. Yes, how to help. Okay. There's a page for golden trees. Okay, so settlement. Edge field. And make sure we spell field right. Yes. I know it's silly, but okay. Edgefield. Beautiful. Alright. Okay. Um it's a full city. Ruler. Naelix. Protester of Naelix. Hal's turn. Yes, he has an L in his name. Luckily, this isn't his page. Hal's. And the Naelix is N-E-A or N-A-E? N-A-E. Um, um, alignment, lawful evil, population, mm, next door. Yep. Okay. Um, North Kingdom. Um, yes, is a, some in the North Kingdom. Right alongside. Iron Forest. Edward Forest has a page. We did that page, in fact. Um, um, Fifth. Okay. The the city itself. What do we know about the city itself? Um. By taxing refugees. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna say it grew which. Well, mercenaries. Okay. Um. Uh. Solid stone walls and bronze gates. Um. Yes. Um. Put that. All right. That's enough. Um. History. We're gonna. Anything else? I'm gonna say. Um. Let me look at the map. It's right by the Adri Forest, right? I just want to check. Um. No. There it is. Okay. Where's Edgefield? Okay, so it's written as one word on the map. Um. Huh. So it's on um the uh yeah. So it's written as one word on the map, which is interesting. And Low Seaport is so I yeah, it's written as one. I'm gonna put as an alternate. Um yeah. Yeah, occasionally written as Edgefield. Right, yeah, we can just throw it in there as sometimes it's written that way. Okay. Yeah, I'll just throw it as an alternate name. Here, I'll show you. And that's the map. Um this is of course the map in the book by Kent Mathewson. You see I usually use Anna's maps as my maps, but I wanted to check the book map first. I'm gonna shout out Anna anyway, even if we're not displaying her maps, because she's just cool. Um, a cartographer of some skill. Edgefield. So that's Edgefield. It's on the eastern side of the Adri Forest. Eastern side of the. That's what I wanted to check. Eastern side of the Adri Forest. That's what we'll do. Okay, so blah, blah, not that one. This one. There we go. Um, right. Sometimes written is. Um, the eastern edge. thing. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We're just doing the thing. Okay, so yes. Okay. Um. Um. Okay. We can put that as the heraldry. Um. Okay. I'll. Um. I don't. Cite. It's a different source book. Um. That's the sourced from. That's sourced from somewhere else. Yes, because it. Um. And then fix the Griffin is spelled wrong. R Griffin. Yes, Griffin. All right. Um. I feel like that's sourced from somewhere that's not, because it is the same place in the us. Let me look at the book, because that's a different. Let's go back to boom. Attacks and ties, Navy. Okay, hang on. East Fair. That's East Fair. Edgefield. Yeah, Edgefield's already. Yeah, East Fair is going to be a whole project in and of itself. It's going to take multiple streams to get that set. This one's also going to take uh, Bellport Mines, Chokestone. There we go. Edgefield. Here we go. Um. Oh. So okay. So it's just that's just how you say it in fancy heraldry talk. Gotcha. Okay. So still cite the Okay. Yes. Adry Wood. Adry Wood. House of Pleasure. Um. Let's see. Oh, they have good ACs. All right. Yes. Yep. Political. Yes. Red rampant griffin on a green background. Okay, so that's just. Okay, so yeah, so that's just fancy heraldry speak for red griffin, green background. Okay. Um. Um. Okay, so that's all right. So that's fancy heraldry speak for the background, which we cite Ivid page 54. Gotcha. Okay. Um. Okay. Proper heraldry speak. Um. Okay. Correct heraldic language. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. I mean, it's important. It's not something I'm used to doing like that. Okay, so city itself is, um, 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 I think there was a page for that. All right. Ta-da. Okay, so there's that. That one is Okay. Yay. Alright. So there's that. Now, let's just do this. Okay. So then we have all these extra sections we can go and put them next. Alright. So, um, economy. Um, alright. Sorry. I'm crashing hard, but you know what? Good. Let's see. History, geography. Okay. Let's. Cool. Let's snag some of these sections out. Uh, um, I'm gonna mention that they pay their tithe in wood and slave and geography. Okay, history. Right. So now we've done that a little bit. Let's see. I know you're. There we go. Now, how to begin? I'm probably gonna move some of these also, but alright. History, government. Okay. History. Alright. I think the only historical piece of note that's written in here, and there might be more. Um. Okay. The got turned into animus by Ivid because um was driven to aid Grace Grenell in the um uh rebellion because Ivid turned him into an animus and he was pissed about that. So I think that's Stern. Yes. Including a lot of humanoid forces that he uses. Um okay, yes. Bone Marsh was overrun. No, yes. So he got, and then the fact that he got rich taxing refugees from Neural. Okay, I think that's two historical notes that we could put in that, and then yeah, let's start with that one. That's history notes. I think those are two viable historical notes. Um, and maybe the southern borders. Uh, that's I think that's more of a government. But let's start with the history. Yeah, government. I think that's more on the government side. Uh, okay. Make sure to spell Grace Grenell's name right. Um, Trenell. Okay, so one N, two L's. One N, two L's. And um, seceded, seed from um the Great Kingdom of uh, um um Great Kingdom. I think Great Kingdom is um uh uh, 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 sorry. All right. Over King. Um. Okay. All right. Ooh. All right. Over King. Let's see what we can do this. Um. Um. Consisted of hand. Um. Yeah, he has Arrows arcs, he has the Edrics that he keeps separate, and he has the elite squadron of forest bugbears, which is kind of cool. Okay. Um. Yeah. Um. Elite squad of forest bugbears. Okay. 500. Um. Elite squad of forest bugbears. Okay. Elite squad of. Oh. Head growing rich. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, did it say he sent his? Who did he send? That he marched on Roxas. Okay, he plans to march. Yes. He's gonna strengthen his army and ally with. Okay, so that is strengthen his army, ally with. Let's do march on Roxas. Okay, so supported in the to Roxas. Okay. Oh. Um. 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 Bone march. Okay. Um. Yeah. To conditions that were tied to historical. I probably shouldn't be scratching at my forehead because that'll ruin the ashes, and I don't want to ruin the ashes because you want to keep the ashes on as long as possible because that's part of Ash Wednesday. Well, we got the section done at least. We still got to do more Edgefield, but um, sorry, I am okay. Let's finish the paragraph first. Um, when um 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 well, the city, um yeah. Sorry, I'm fading fast, but you know, hopefully tomorrow when I break the fast, even though I won't have any sweets because it will be Lent, I'll still be in a better place to um do thing and um such. Um okay. Yeah. Just it might be raining or something. Okay. Um mm, offers. Think is that the right word? I just assumed that coffers hadn't but we're checking. Money in chest, strongbox, treasury funds. Yep. Okay. Wunderbar. Okay, so there's that. That's the two historical. That's the two bits that are historically relevant, I think. Okay. Okay. Um. So that's um. Everything. Yay. Okay. All the changes. So not the first time I filled out an entire history section. So that's the first section. And we will put the rest in. I know leaving the extra sections is a little much, but I am going to, um, oh, right, I should probably, Andrew Forest, um, Andrew Forest, I wrote that one in, yes, cancel. Go to bibliography. Andrew Forest. So what we can do is do this. So that basically what I've learned is that that's just there we go. No, there is a period there. Okay. No, it's a period, not a comma. Okay, there we go. Yay, added source for bibliography. Boom. Alright, so we have a bibliography, we have some citations, we got little basics on the city, and some historical background and heraldry, and next week we will do, yes, the cityscape. We'll talk about the city. We'll do the demograph. I don't know, notable individuals. We'll definitely put in. Well, he has that the midlight darkness, the extra churches, government buildings, um, resources. That's right. Okay. Among other things, I got plans for things we can put in all those sections next Wednesday. Tomorrow is a poll I put up on my Discord, and according to popular choice, I had actually two people vote in the poll, and they both voted for the same thing. So we're going to do tomorrow is Gourmand's Guide to Gastromancy, which is food magic supplement by DM Charlie, who I think has taken a step back, or I don't know if it was by him, but he definitely was big on promoting it. He's taken a step back from TTRPG from what I've gathered from public appearances and stuff. But um, he introduced me to the Transection Discord, so I owe him for that. And it's a fun book. It is good magics and such. So we'll do some fun stuff. It's we'll do the food magics stuff and hang out. That'll be fun. And then um, okay, that's a good time. Meanwhile, take care of yourselves. I know it's day of prayer and fasting, but still, rest when you need it. Hydrate if you can. Certainly when sundown comes. I know a lot of people don't do the same sun up, sundown fasting for Ash Wednesday, but I also know it's Ramadan, so um, you know, anyone fast for Ramadan Barak, and uh, I guess Lenten, good Lent for everyone, and all that jazz. That is, and Happy New Year for the lunar Asian friends who celebrate by the moon. It is a good time for that, and it's the year of the horse, I think. So that's fun. Lots of fun stuff going on. It's like a big everyone's holidays happen all at once time. Um, which is kind of cool. So, and all that jazz. Um, what else? All the holidays are happening. What else? Ramadan. Oh yeah. Tomorrow and on Saturday. Come. I know the big fundraising push is happening. There's probably cool Greyhawk streamers going on, but if you want to pop back and forth, come and watch a Rogue Trader. Absolutely should. You should also donate heavily to help the other streams because St. Jude's is a very good cause, and I was thinking of doing it St. Jude, but I didn't realize the timing. I was trying to figure out the timing because I'm a little bit out of the loop on that, and I knew it was coming up because it's every February. So, but and Phantom, who's a very good friend of the channel, is doing that. I'm on his channel occasionally, uh, usually for fundraisers. So for the time I've been on, it's been for St. Jude's fundraiser. So you shall use his link. I will post links on Saturday to help fund St. Jude's. They do good research. I am probably going to throw some money into the pot too. Little as I have, it's a little bit for them too. And thank you all for coming. At all. Okay, now we're gonna raid somebody. I think Elkantar is live, who is another Greyhawk friend who is doing. No, she said she was live. No, that was yesterday. Hang on, no, that was yesterday. No, Faye's on though. Let's see who else is. Basic the GOT lobby's running, but and then they're gonna do the Taryn's friend who does pottery is live. Let's go say hi to Faye. Is doing writing and like chill background music for yeah. Let's do Faye. We're gonna raid Faye. Come on, everyone. We're gonna go raid Faye. Oh, actually, who's doing a game today? So we are who is playing Palia apparently. So with drops. So if you ever, I don't know what game it is, but if you play, you can get like cool stuff. So come on, say hi to Faye. She's cool, and we should all support her. So come say hi. Let's go, and I will see you all later. Um. Huh.